What a fun fucking day that was. In the morning, I was like, it's a birdie fest. When did this become the John Deere? And then in the afternoon, I was reminded, oh yeah, these guys are getting kicked in the nuts like we do when we play week long, right? But that's why the Lord gave us Showdown, so we can go get back all that money we lose at week long because, it's a kick in the dick or nuts, whatever you want to call it. What's up, new guy? I'm the Degenerate75. I'm a PGA DFS content creator who's been playing PGA at a high level for a long time, and I don't suck at it, and I can help you not suck at it. I will warn you right now, new guy, if you want picks, you should fuck off. There's plenty of other shows that do that. You're not going to get them here. But if you want to learn a little bit about the strategy, how to get better, and most importantly, how to quit stepping on your own dick and create your own process, then this might be the station for you. If you find you really like the cut of my jib, come check out this schedule right here, okay? You are watching the Showdown Hoedown, the flagship of my station, which I do every round 3 and round 4 right at the conclusion of the round, which is obviously going to be on Friday and Saturday night. Of course, I do the live stream on Wednesday, 7 p.m., Lord's time zone. Be there for that. And, of course, I do my groundbreaking course preview show that nobody has ever thought to do. That comes out every Monday. That's the only one that's not live. I give away a lot of shit. You should know that about me because, you know what, I'm not a poor. And I got a lot of cool guys like my dude Spicoli who just want to sponsor these giveaways. They want to help grow the community. So I will be giving away some tickets to the big lottery tomorrow. $100,000 up top tomorrow. I will pay for the lineup. Well, actually, Spicoli's going to pay for it, but we're going to make it together, and we'll just split the profits 50-50. If you think, we'll never win that. Oh, not so fast, my friend. Don't forget, me and my dude Cody won $25,000. What was that? Just 3 months ago. Not even 3 months ago. 2.5 months ago, right? So hang around for that. We'll be doing it. All you got to do to get in that drawing, simply be in the chat over here. Ask any question with a question mark. You're in it, okay? I'll also be doing some underdog pick'ems at the end, which pick'ems fucking roasted today. I told you to take all the birdies in the morning and the overs on bogeys in the afternoon. Nuts. It hit easy, okay? If you didn't make money betting pick'ems today, then you just weren't trying. You weren't trying. Okay. Let's go over to Cut Sweats. Man, I got to tell you, a lot of people don't know this about Cut Sweats. Okay, you think, oh, that's the place where I check my 6 and 6s. Yes, they do that. And but I'm telling you, what's so cool is they have sweats. And not only can you see your sweats for like week long, right? Like you can see like I have a 2% chance of winning the long drive this week, right? They post this after every round. But also when you're playing Showdown, I have to assume if you're fucking watching this show, you play Showdown and you had a really good lineup, right? And you're like, oh shit, I'm in 13th place and I have more holes left than everybody ahead of me. Do I have a real chance to win? Well, Cut Sweats updates that, right? And you could see, like, right down here in the big $250 Max today, it was like, hey, you have a 20% chance of winning. Hey, you have a 25% chance of winning. It got up to like 45% at one point. Sadly, did not quite get there, but it is cool because you now get to know when you think you have a sweat at Showdown, do I really have a sweat, or is there like 50 guys behind me that are going to hawk my ass down, right? Or if you're in first place, which a lot of our guys have been this week, you get to know, hey, do I really, like, is this going to hold, or am I going to get fucking boat raced in the afternoon? Cut Sweats will tell you all of that in real time. It's so cool. Updates every 15 minutes. It's fun as shit. It makes the sweat that much more intense because it makes it real, or just goes ahead and gives you a little dose of reality, Bob. So if you want to try out Cut Sweats, half off your first month, you simply use my code Degenerate75, all caps, right? Same one for Underdog as for Cut Sweats. It gets you half off your first month. I don't know how you can be playing golf Showdown and not want to know if you have real sweats. And if you've looked at this week, there's been plenty of real sweats. All right, let's get over to the course today. How did it play? Well, it played. It was a tale of two stories, Bob. That was the answer. Okay. First of all, there was a huge wave split, and if you just look at this, and this is what I hate: people don't know how to analyze data for fucking shit. Okay, that's probably why data analysts get paid so much, because there's like 7 people on the earth that can do it properly. All right, here you go. You look at this wave split, you'd be like, I thought there's going to be a big old wave difference. That's only about a half a stroke. Well, first of all, quit fucking talking like that. Second of all, that is not indicative of how different the course played in the morning and the afternoon. All you simply got to do is just go look at the best rounds today. Literally. Well, I mean, literally every single good round came from guys that started in the morning, right? I don't exactly remember when Denny McCarthy started, but I know Keegan, M, Morikawa, Henley, Shank, Scotty, all went off in the morning. Every single one of them were morning guys, right? It doesn't mean just because you're in good conditions, you're going to have a good round. It does mean that if you have your A game, you're going to score better than somebody who has their A game in the afternoon. That's just a fact, Bob. So that is what it is. Now, why is the scoring difference not so different? Because there's also guys that like just fucking imploded, right? There's guys that just, a lot of the guys that went off in the morning are like, you know what? Fuck this. I quit, right? Lonto Griffin, Davis Riley, Stuart Sink, Sam Ryder. Who was the one that I had? Tigala, you motherfather. I've never pegged Tigala as a quitter. I'm starting to change my mind on that. That's what keeps the scoring average down, right? I had to play Hideki. You ain't had to do shit. I have to play Cantlay. Did you see that ball striking? You ain't have to do shit at Showdown, bro. Okay, so that's how the course played today. We've heading into today, we had 2 full days of what this course plays like in the morning versus the afternoon. And yet people would still go play 20-25% own Decky, Cantlay, Xander, all who are going off late, who are going to be out there in brutal conditions, right? Just trying to chase those ceiling rounds. You got to play the game and get away from your picks and stop having FOMO. If you thought that fucking neckbeard Cantlay is going to wreck your world, well then you're too scared to play PGA DFS and you need to quit playing, bruh. All right, let's get over to contest selection tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and warn you, not great. Not great. I mean, a lot of people are going to look at these and they're going to be pumped, right? And most people, when they see Sunday Showdown and they see $100,000 up top, they get geeked, right? Oh, I'm going to win $100,000. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're going to go max enter it and you're going to lose 90% of your money because you're a donkey dick. I hate when they do a third up top. You know how I feel about this. Do I have a lot of funds in my account today? Yes, I do. So I might reload, okay? But this contest sucks, and it gets hard to even play in, right? First place is 100,000. Second place drops to 25,000. Only 1/4 of first. 10th place, 1/100th. Just so gross, right? Even the big 555 that I've been talking up all week, a third to first, unplayable. This is the one right here, right? The 254 max, which by the way I finished second in today. And the reason that I point that out is because, look, when you finish second in this, at least you get half of what first was, right? That's a lot better than it dropped 75%. That's why you want to be in good contests with good structure. So when you do have a good finish, you're still getting paid, respective of what you should have got for that, right? So then what the hell do we play in tomorrow? We'll go play in the big $5. Nope. 28% to first. I'm out. So like, what is there left to spam tomorrow? The answer is there's really not a lot to spam. The $100 single entry is good. Of course, the $10 18 max, my baby, which fills all the time and never doesn't fill. They refuse to grow, even though it's Sunday Showdown, the most popular showdown. What else do we got out there? I got this sorted by total prizes. The $33 single entry is going to be fine. The $5 single entry is going to be fine. The $1 20 maxes are almost always good. Yeah, that's a really good one. It's just if you want to put 150 lineups in a contest tomorrow, you're just going to have to play in a shitty structure. That's what it is. All of them suck. Maybe the 50 cent doesn't suck, but let's face it. If you're playing 150 lineups, most of you aren't the kind of guys that are playing in the 50 cent, right? So, contests suck tomorrow. You're going to have to be strategic. I can already tell you, I'm going to let the contest dictate how I play. I will certainly be in the 250 again tomorrow. And I'll probably go chase another Fantasy Golf World Championship ticket. If you don't know, there's only 3 weeks left to chase those. You better get them, and I'm going to tell you right now before you go chase them, it's a horrible waste of money. Don't do it, but I'm going to do it, all right? So you get the 920 up tomorrow. At least with this one, if you get second place, it's not such a kick in the dick because you get, like 50% back on your money. They have a 39.35 up tomorrow, but it's all or nothing, right? You get second place in that, you get $0. That's what you get. You get a nice pat on the back on your way out, okay? And if I could just give you one thing to take away, just playing good contests that are well structured, right? Here's me today. Wyndham Clark has 6 feet for birdie on 17 to win me 10 grand, and he's like, nah, I'm not feeling it. How about I miss it? And then I think he had 20 feet for birdie on 18. You don't expect him to make that, but I thought, you know what? Maybe the world will get right after he missed that short one on 17. He didn't. So we ended up getting second. That's fine. Very good day at Showdown, but it is not. No one gives a shit about my results. I'm not here to try to flex on you. I'm showing you this to remind you that good contest selection is where it's at. Okay, you didn't have to hit the nuts to have a really good showing because I was in a contest with that I max entered the 254 max. Furthermore, I didn't get punished when I got second place instead of first, right? I mean, yes, I lost $5,000, but that's still, he beat me. And at least it's not $1,000 or some stupid shit like those other structures. But forget about me. Check out this is just from the last 2 days from my, and we have even more, just 2 days, Thursday and Friday. I haven't even done all the Saturday ones. They were blowing up screenshots over there on the Discord. Look at this. 10 different winners of GPPs. How many GPPs are there in 2 days, right? And 10 people from my community won them, right? Hungy won, Crack Drafter won, LSU Nick, and he got second place for a ticket today. Just needed one more Sam Burns birdie, and he would have a Fantasy Golf World Championship tickets. Arlear Jr. Won one. My dude Shaloub, guy's a killer. $19,000 yesterday. I don't even know how to say that. $200 Vurim Kilp. Eric's won 10 grand yesterday. Illinois Twig, $200. Delbert, 30. And by the way, if you're like, well, that's not that much money, bro, it's a lot of money when you win any GBP because you're probably winning something like 100 or 200 extra money. How much you win is relative to how much you put in there. But this guy right here, DC, $25,000 yesterday, turns around today. My brother turns around today and then puts 4 more in the top 8 of the big GPP, right? When I tell you not to play in the lottery, that's because you don't want to be playing against guys like that are putting quality bullets in there and 150 of them, and you're trying to throw in your one baby and praying, okay? You don't want to be playing against guys like that. So beware. That is why I encourage you not to play lotteries. He can play in the lottery because A, he clearly knows how to build lineups that can win those things, and B, he max enters them, so he is playing the right game. The lotteries aren't bad if you max enter them and you're playing the game. All right, just incredible week. Got to give my dudes a shout out. If you don't like it, well, I don't give a fuck. It's my show, and I'll do whatever I want. Okay, let's talk a little weather. I am not a poor. I am not rich, but I am certainly not a poor. I afford the $18 a year to have the fanciest projections out there. If you use Windfinder, don't even look me in the eye. Don't even look me in the eye, you pleb. All right, the weather tomorrow, honestly, pretty comparable to today, but a little bit more nuanced, okay? Spell that word, you can have it. Fuck it. Okay, so the weather tomorrow, it looks like, first of all, it's going to be a little cooler in the morning. It's actually going to be, when they go out, it's going to be low, upper 50s, low 60s, right? But let's face it, once you get over 60 degrees, that's basically mint scoring conditions. You can see, much like today, the winds are going to pick up a little bit more around noon or 1, right? But they're going to be pretty steady all day, and the winds do seem to roll in a little bit earlier. But just from watching this course from 3 days, to me, it is not the winds. Yes, Hideki definitely had a ball. What was that? What was that little par 3 that he put in the drink? He was like 8 yards short. Was that 14? No, 14's a par 4. Whatever the fuck hole that was. Was it 12? Had to have been 12, right? He puts it in the drink, and he wasn't even close. Just a gust of wind, right? So the wind does matter. But really, that is anecdotal evidence. What really is affecting scoring is when this wind blows and the sun is out and it is baking this course out. These guys are hitting incredible shots, and they're just hitting like a ping pong and taking off and going over the back of the green. It's like, what else can you do? Like, what else can you do? And so having those guys out there late in the afternoon, it's just a struggle bus, right? If your guy scored like a -1 or -2 in those afternoon conditions, he was balling out because it gets tough out there. And I think that puts us in an interesting conundrum tomorrow on what to do. Because Saturday, it was pretty obvious. Play the guys in the morning because all points are relative, right? There are no position points to factor in. Just play the guys in the best conditions. Sung J M, Keegan Bradley, Scotty Scheffler, Russell Henley. It was easy, right? But tomorrow we do have to factor in position points, right? It's not that simple. And this is all making the assumption that they're going to go out in twos just like they did today, right? This isn't today's. This is round 3. But I just put this up here to remind me. I'm making all these assumptions that they're going off in twos just like they did today. The earliest groups will go out around 7 or 8 a.m. The leaders will go out sometime around 1 or 2, just like we saw today. That is standard how they do it once, we have a full day of sun here in the spring and the summer months of PGA, right? And I don't see any weather that's really should make them push it and squeeze it to going off 1 and 10 and 3s. So all of this talk is based on the assumption they're going off in 2s on 1. Okay, and if they do that, I think you have to be very open to having something like 2 or 3 of your guys in your lineup that go out early. Because as we saw today, it is not a guarantee that you're going to go boat race it, but it is almost a guarantee that the guys that boat race it will be out there in those conditions. So there is a good chance that you're going to go build your stupid fucking optimized lineups with somebody's slapdick projections, and it's just going to give you 6 guys from the top 10, right? And your lineup will literally be dead before a single one of your guys is even teed off tomorrow. Okay, that can't be possible. Yeah, it can, because your guys are going to be out there struggle bussing where this guy already had 3 guys score 58 points apiece. You are literally dead, and you don't even know it. Okay, so you've got to be open to having those guys. Am I telling you to go stack 6 guys in the morning? No, I'm definitely not, okay? Matter of fact, I still think you want to have a rule in place that you want to have at least 2 guys probably within 2 or 3 shots of the lead. Because, as I always tell you, you don't have to have the winner to win round 4 showdown, right? You do not, okay? But it is really nice to get those bonus points. If you're a new guy, which if you haven't noticed, we've been getting a lot of new guys recently, here's the point breakdown, right? And I think everybody thinks that first gets you so much, right? Because first and week long is so much bigger than second. I believe it's 30 points, whereas second is only 20. And then it goes down 2 points every position after that. So it falls down quick. But here at Showdown, that's not the case, right? First place is 13, which let's not get it twisted. That's nice. It would be nice to have the winner. But look, the only difference between first place and legit 6th place, if I have 6th place guy and he has 1 more birdie than the guy who finishes first, he outscores him. Isn't that crazy? Like, you get 5.75, so 5.75 plus that is going to put you over that, right? Did I move my math right? Yeah, that'd be 13.25, right? So that right there just shows you to have a guy finish to move up to 6th and outscore the guy who wins by 1 birdie, he'll outscore him. So don't get it twisted that you have to have the winner tomorrow. If you can go get 4 or 5 guys who start in this 15 to 20 range and go have that -3 round tomorrow and move up to 3rd, 4th, 5th place, they're going to often outscore the leader. So don't think that you have to have the winner. I've got to get 3 guys up top so I can try to get the winner. Okay, well, you got to remember, the later they start, the tougher the conditions are going to be, right? And just for the record, I am going to probably have a rule where I will probably have at least 2 guys who start in the top 20. Okay, because I do want those guys who can move up and get those bonus points, but I'm not going to fall in love with it, and I am not going to have some rule that I have to have the winner, right? Which brings us to the last thing. Who do we play tomorrow? Well, first of all, this is one of the rare weeks I can ever remember this. Look at this. We are talking, I mean, this is just insane. We are talking 31 golfers within 4 shots of the lead. I honestly, since I've been doing Showdown, I cannot remember a time that I have ever seen 31 golfers within 4 shots of the lead. That's insane. I mean, it is not even crazy that my dude, old Scotty Chef, who is only 5 off the lead, could go boat race this and win tomorrow, right? If he gets to -8, right, which would just be a 7 under round, he could still win this thing, right? And if he would have just not putted like an asshole day, he probably shoots a -6. So let's not act like that's fucking impossible, right? So and John Rahm, I mean, you can't see John Rahm shooting a -5, -6 tomorrow and getting in the clubhouse early, and then those guys have to go play 16, 17, 18 in dried out conditions with all the pressure on them. There's going to be guys folding like lawn chairs tomorrow. So I'm very, very, very open to playing these chaser guys who are going to be coming down here all the way 4 or 5 strokes off the lead. I think they're almost just as likely to finish in the top 10 as the guys who are starting in the top 10. Yeah, I said that, right? So that makes it really tricky, and I think that you need to I think you can really play the game tomorrow, and I think there's a path to just fading the shit out of the top 10, right? Because, a guy like Victor Hovland, Rory McIlroy, I imagine probably Cantlay are probably going to be pretty popular. Siwoo will be very popular tomorrow, so you could just fade those guys and go get this second batch of guys right below them, and you're going to be getting them legit half the ownership, right? And I don't think that they're that much less likely, right, to outscore them. So if I can get Spieth, and Spieth can go rally and get me a -3 and ends up finishing T4 tomorrow, and Hovland shoots an even par, I mean, Spieth's going to outscore him by 15 to 20 points, and he'll literally be half the ownership, even though they're the same price, okay? So that's just something to consider, is I really think that it is okay to really play your group of 2 or 3, however many quote-unquote from the leader pack you want to play. I think it's very okay to play them all the way probably to the -1 guys. If you're at -1, you are still very likely to backdoor a top 10 with a ceiling type round, right? Especially in the afternoon when so many guys are going to be moonwalking. How many double and triple bogeys did you see out there today? It is implosion city out there. And tomorrow looks like it's probably going to be even spicier, and we're going to have Sunday pins. And if I know anything about Jack, that motherfather is going to make it spicy on a Sunday. So you best be believing there's going to be some tucked pins and some sucker pins that are going to get these guys chasing flags they shouldn't be. So that's what I'm doing. I think that Sunday is not so much about your plays or this guy was ball striking. I really think it's about your roster composition, right? I think you want to find those guys who go out early and can go get you some, can go have those ceiling type rounds. Go get you a -5 round with like a streak, right? That's just going to be the nuts tomorrow. If you get something like that, you're going to be killing it, right? And that could be any of these guys down here. But the thing is, I don't think you want to just play all 6 of those guys, because a guy like, let's just take Sahith Theegala. Let's say he has that -5 round tomorrow. At best, he's going to move up and get you maybe 0.5 bonus points, right? So basically all the points he's going to get you are going to have to come from that. So you got to start asking yourself, like, I don't want to have all these guys, because getting those bonus position points are nice. They are not essential for all 6 guys, but they are nice to have, right? So a guy likes to hit the gala, probably off my radar for anything that's not a mega GPP, right? Because he doesn't really offer the upside or the floor that I should say. He always has upside, but he's not offer the floor that I think that you probably are going to want in your single entries, your 3 maxes, and your higher level stuff, right? Your higher dollar buy-ins. So give a lot of thought to that. Find your cutoff, right? I would say +2 would probably be a good place, right? A guy like Seamus Power, Poston, List, guys like that, Snedeker, if you want to fucking play Snedeker, that's a good cutoff spot, right? Because those guys, they go shoot a -4 tomorrow, and they will be going out relatively early. They can easily backdoor you a top 25, get you 3 or 4 bonus points, and they'll have had that ceiling type round, okay? You're going to have to find your own cutoff, but I think that giving real thought to how your roster is going to be composed is essential, okay? From there, let's go. Let's talk a little bit about guys who had those crazy rounds. Keegan, Sungjae, Denny, Colin Morikawa, Henley, Shank, Scheffler. I mean, honestly, of all those guys, I would be pretty leery of chasing any of their great rounds except Scotty, right? Scotty is the one of those guys where you're like, yeah, he can back that up 2 days in a row, right? But Shank, Henley, Morikawa, McCarthy, a lot of that just seem like fool's gold, right? Keegan Bradley's always fool's gold. He played well today. Let's not get it twisted. But like, I just, if he's going to be something like 20% owned tomorrow, laugh my ass off. I will fade that so hard, okay? But, that's something to consider. Guys that can bounce, like, who were those guys that did so bad today? They suck. They could never do good. Justin So was horrendous today. He could never do good tomorrow. Or he could. I'm just telling you. Don't just because a guy had a bad round. Hideki sucked today. He's broken, man. He can't figure it out. He'll never do good tomorrow. Or he could. Watch out. Watch out, Patrick Cantlay. That stupid neckbeard's going to tear it up tomorrow. He sucks, though. What happened to Ricky, man? I thought they were showing Ricky rolling everything in. Then I looked back, and it's like, what happened to that guy? A lot of Or He Could guys tomorrow, right? Jonathan Ramathan, Ricky Fowler, Patrick Cantlay. Really good Or They Could guys, too, who are still in perfect stocking condition. You're probably going to get them at a discount because people are like, roar, 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 roar. I played them today, and they didn't do me good. I can't play them tomorrow. Take advantage of that. I think you always want to look at ball striking. I am not one of those guys that thinks ball striking is the end-all, be-all. I played some guys today that legit didn't ball strike for shit yesterday. Sometimes you just know. Okay? Why would you play Russell Henley? He sucks. Well, I agree. Russell Henley sucks, but I just know. Okay, I just sometimes the stats don't matter. You cannot be just only stats matter, okay, or only projections matter. You have to have. It has to be a confluence of things that help you make your decision. Guys that ball struck the shit out of it today. Jordan Spieth. I mean, that guy. Goodness gracious. If you're on team ball striking, my God. I think I saw that he literally hit every single fairway today. 14 on 14 on fairways. Jesus, and he only shot even par. That's crazy. Other guys that shot, Christian Bezaino, ball striking and not putting. Did I read that right? Oh, no. That was John Rahm. Sorry. But even Bez didn't kill himself with a short, didn't kill himself, just wasn't great with a short game, really good at ball striking. You got to like that. Because, sometimes when you see guys that suck with their short game, like Morikawa or Hovland, you're like, well, that's what I expect. But Bez is excellent at short game. So when he's on approach and off the tee, that makes me more interested in him, right? Matthew Fitzpatrick, not putting well, but doing everything else well, sign my ass up. Stuff like that, right? That's stuff I'm looking at. Guys that killed it on approach today that you might want to take a look at, especially if they kind of killed themselves elsewhere. Shane Lowry, man. Shane Lowry, he's really been on with, he got off to a slow start in round 2, but he's been playing pretty damn well this week. Tigala, I know you could never play him, but if there's one thing you want to see a guy on, it's his irons. And Sahith Theegala has a whole lot of don't give a fuck, and he'll go fire at some pins tomorrow, okay? All right. Anybody else really jumping off the, dude, Mark Hubbard, that guy is throwing some darts. He did get away from him a little bit there at the end, but that might just get you the ownership discount you need. And Hubbard, a little short putter, Mark Hubbard, he can putt, brother. He can putt. And then I think Steven Yeager, he seems like whatever. I'm not telling you to play any of these guys. I'm just telling you some guys that approach was popping. Anybody kill themselves off the tee, but were relatively good everywhere else. Except Straka killed himself off the tee. Good approach. Sahith Theegala, same thing. We already talked about him. David Lipsky, terrible off the tee, good approach. Keegan Bradley, great approach. And then lastly, anybody kill themselves around the green? Old Shesticle did. Lonto, Patrick. Okay, a lot of these guys just fucking suck. Patrick Rogers played like a fucking loser. I think he had like 6 or 7 birdies. Luck sacking motherfather. He's such a loser. Let's see. Xander. Xander's gonna bounce back so hard tomorrow. Everybody that plays him at Showdown's got him wrong so far this week. I can't wait to be the one that spikes the football when I get him round 2 and round 4. All right, I think that's it, right? You know what you need to do? You need to go check out my website. Hey, you. I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. Hey, you. The guy that watches my show every day for every show I've done for the past year. And you're like, but I don't sign up for websites. Dude, just try it one time. Matter of fact, you can even reach out to me. I'll probably just give you a free week because everybody that tries it loves it. It is not like those other tout sites. I'm not going to give you any place. It's about being part of a community that you have seen has done very, very well and is it's about building your own process and helping you become a better player. I'm not going to give you a single fucking pick. It's just different. I'm just telling you, right? And I have the best tool in all of PGA DFS called the Rosetta Stone, which takes all the relevant information you need to make the best decisions for your showdown and your week-long lineups, okay? It's not going to be the right answers to the test, but it can be if you know how to study. All right? Lastly, don't forget to like and subscribe. The big guy and the editor, a couple independent fucks that need all the help we can get because YouTube ain't going to share us. Tell a friend, turn on your notifications because now that we go live and we never know what time it is, you might as well have your notification on. Here are those 4 guys who are really good at round 4 scoring that are at reasonable prices. Oh, Sammy Burns, Wyndham Clark, go Pokes. By the way, screw the Tigers. Patrick Rogers. Oh, no. Am I going to play that loser piece of shit? And Eric Cole. All right. Eric Cole. Don't switch to Solar on Eric Cole. All right. Some pick'ems for tomorrow. I'm going to be using the same thing I did at pick'ems today, just like I did for tomorrow, just like I did today. It's going to be simple, right? I'm going to attack the over on birdies on guys who go out early, right? I want the birdies. I don't want to worry about strokes. I just want them getting their birdies in softer conditions. And then in the afternoon, I am going to be taking the over on bogeys. Not the over on strokes, the over on bogeys. That's how I'll be playing it. Hit some really nice parlays. Had some people send me some really nice parlays. That's how I'll be playing it, okay? Let's get to the drawing. Editor, give me 2. I owe you guys. I owe 1 for tonight just for being here, and this is brought to you by Spicoli. Thank you, brother, for sponsoring this. You're also going to be sponsoring the Wednesday one. And I owe because I didn't do the drawing, Wednesday in the chat like I said I would, right? So, editor, draw me one. What had happened has won. What had happened? I don't know your name, but me and you are making a ticket tonight, you motherfather. And give me one more, editor. And Johnny Hunter. Let's go hunting some money tomorrow, Johnny. What do you say, brother? All right. Hey, I see 125 people in here, only 63 likes. Why don't you go drop the big guy a like? It would be much appreciated. And I am going to get to some questions. Drop them in there if you have them. It's funny. So many more people watch on Friday and Saturday. You think it would be opposite, but I guess people are like hanging out with their family and shit. All right. Early edge again tomorrow. Andrew, I think so. But as I said, you got to factor in those finishing points, right? You got to factor them in. The Independent, how much donkey chalk is Rory going to be? Is that the Independent? Is that like Trent Krim from Ted Lasso? How much donkey chalk is Rory going to be tomorrow? Too high for me. I can't wait to fade him. That guy luck sacked his balls off today. Just whatever. He's such fucking smoke and mirrors, and he might go win, but if he wins, he'll do it fucking luck sacking. Scheffler, -1 comeback win. I mean, that would be crazy. I don't think it's – I would give him at least a 2% chance of winning. I think I'd give him a 2% chance of winning tomorrow, especially if the afternoon gets spicy like I think, and all he has to do is get to like -5 or something and everybody moonwalks back to him. That's a real possibility. Between 1 and 2 afternoon guys or none. Yeah, I think I'm going to set mine at probably 2 max, right? I just don't want a ton of guys out there, but I do want to have those guys who can go get me those bonus points. But I'm not going to go all in on it. But I'm also not going to just poo-poo position points either. The DJ community is running hot this week. It's been crazy, man. It's got to be the best week we've had all year. And you know how we've been doing it, AZBC? We've been doing this crazy thing called checking the fucking weather. It's a bold strategy. Some people said it couldn't be done. We tend to disagree. All right, with apparently less wind splits tomorrow, how much of a difference in the wave splits will you see based on the course baking out throughout the day? Jordan, I think you're going to still see most people playing afternoon, right? All the touts are going to go back to their comfort zone of you got to play position points, right? You got to play Mark Hubbard and Rory because they're going to get you position points. And I think that you're going to see all those guys go back to their normal Sunday inflated ownership simply because of make-believe bullshit position points, okay? So I do think that you're going to see much more guys owned towards the end, which was not the case today. It's crazy how much smarter PGA DFS community's gotten, and how dumb they still are at the same time. With such a tight leaderboard, will ownership be more flat tomorrow? I think so, Mike. I really do. I think this is one of the weirdest round 4 showdowns I've ever remembered, where so many guys are legit in contention to win this, that I think it is really going to flatten out the ownership. I don't know if there'll be, other than probably Rory, I would not bet a good amount of money that anybody gets over 30% tomorrow. And for round 4 showdown, that's an insane thing to say. You almost always get 3 guys guaranteed over 30%. And I don't think we see that tomorrow, which is weird. Honestly, it's going to make it more fun. Less advantage, but more fun. Because the biggest advantage in round 4 showdown is just fading what the dumbass community does. Scheffler going to be highly owned tomorrow? Yeah, he is, Joanne. He'll be very popular. I honestly, I think he'll be a top 3 most popular play. I really do. I think people realize he's close enough to come hawk down those leaders, and he played so well today, and he's still not putting. If he just putts like a champion for 1 round, he definitely has a -5 or -6 in him. How do I get to be on that wheel? Mac, you're already on it. You asked a question right here in the chat. For Majors, which is coming up here in less than 2 weeks, we'll also be liking. You can also like and retweet over on Twitter or leave a YouTube comment. That will get you in that. I'll be doing a bunch of giveaways for the U.S. Open. Probably doing 20 of those tickets again, which I fucking regretted doing at the PGA Championship. But people love building lineups with the big guys, and I'm a man of the people. I'm not like too busy for y'all and stuff like that. Okay, good call on the morning, guys. They did well for me on Underdog. Absolutely, Hannah. That Underdog, those people, they are slower than molasses in January to adjust to any type of weather news. So I think there's a big edge over there at Underdog. I just got lazy last night and didn't do any drafts. I should have. That's not a good reason, but I didn't. Let's go. I need to talk to my dude A.D. Smith. I can't remember what he said, if they do finishing points over at Underdog. If not, I'm just going to take all the early guys tomorrow. Gotcha. Beauty, thanks, dog. Goicha, beauty thanks to, I have no fucking idea what that means. SS, I suck again, big guy. Favorite guy you think I can run for a top 10? Save our souls, I suck again. Favorite guy you think can make a run at the top 10? All right, sure, I'll go look at that for you, bruh. Let's see, let's go sort by score. A guy that I would bet money could backdoor top 10, Xander Schauffele. If Xander doesn't finish in the top 10, I don't know what's going on. I love that he missed that little 6-foot birdie on 18 too. Oh, he's going to tear it up. All right, is Rory winning tomorrow? Well, he is Rory, and he's a fucking loser. But he also is second in strokes gained magic beans only to Jordan Spieth. So, yes, he'll probably win. Because Jordan doesn't have his magic beans this week. I mushed his ass. What can I say? Position points matter more this week. That's going to be the narrative, but not if people are going to be scoring 50 points, right? As we saw, this course can be gotten, and there are birdies out there, Mike. So I would say moderate importance, right? Not that they shouldn't matter, but the course isn't so easy that they're also just completely, useless. Is a loser like Rory and Rogers going to win this week? Well, I mean, even the losers finds a nut occasionally, I believe is the famous saying. Is this a morning thing again? I already talked about it, Hannah. How far down the standings are you willing to go for day 4? I already talked about it. I think my cutoff would probably be the +2 guys, dollar bill. Complex, is Lipsky the chalk fade? I don't know how chalky he's going to be. I'm just telling you, there's just so many cheap options up here, right? What's Hubbard and Lee Hodges and Patrick Rogers? I mean, there's plenty of other cheap options. I think he'll probably be somewhere in the 20 to 25%, but I don't think he's going to be a runaway 40%. People have just gotten smarter at Showdown, right? It just took a little bit of exposing how stupid people are, and then others catch on and spread the word. So you just don't see as bad of donkey chalk at Showdown. Am I partially responsible for that? Definitely. So sorry. Is Lipsky a possible member of Team Boring Face? Yeah, he is. He's got a real boring face, F. I mean, real boring. Him and Cantlay do. Oh, man. Got a lot of boring face guys in the top 10. Patrick Rogers. Ugh. All right, how far back are we going in top 5 finishers with a tight leaderboard? I'll go way back. I think you can get a top 5 finisher from anybody probably starting even or better. Okay? SH Kim, that man will backdoor a top 5. Okay, I'm kidding. Where does the edge end with tee times tomorrow? 10 a.m.? That's a good question. I would want my guys, I would say if you go off by 10, you're probably going to get 1, 2, 3, probably get about 2/3 of your round in those good conditions, okay? But yeah, the earlier the better, though. You just saw every hour it was just playing more difficult than the hour before. Keegan going to gain 7 strokes ball striking again? I don't think he gained 7 strokes ball striking, brother. I think he gained 4 strokes ball striking and 3 strokes putting. So, no, he didn't do that, and no, he won't do it again because he didn't do it in the first place. Why did all the ticks but one miss by one? I'm in the drawing. Why did all my ticks but one miss by one? Am I in the drawing? You're in the drawing if you ask a question. If you have that question mark, you were in there. Odds a guy in the top 10 to top 15 range can stage a comeback to win tomorrow. I'll have that. Where the hell is my thing? Let's see. If you're in the top 15, if you're starting at -3, one of those -3 guys, somebody there probably still has something like 3% win equity, which is crazy high to be starting in the 10 to 15 range and have a 3% win equity heading into it, right? Looking for questions because it's almost dinner time and I'm gonna ditch you like a $2 whore. All right, Lakers 2003. Why is DK saying Jaeger is out? Okay, guys, you got to understand this, man. On DraftKings, they have a janky fucking system. Steven Jaeger has withdrawn next week for the Canadian Open. And so DraftKings tries to be on it and puts that on there and puts out for Steven Jaeger because he's out next week. But their janky fucking system doesn't allow for that to be on next week's contest. So it's just showing up on his player page, which is on your lineups. So he's out next week for the Canadian Open. He is not out this week. He finished his fucking round. And so far as I know, he's playing tomorrow. Unless maybe his wife went pregnant tonight and he withdrew. But up until then, that has not been the case. He just withdrew next week, okay? Chill out. It's just, you've been playing DraftKings. You don't know they have a janky system. You ain't been playing DraftKings long enough. Garam, who is the guy you see making a run at the top 5 at low ownership? JJ Spawn. There you go. No one's going to play JJ Spawn. He's just a random dude that makes no sense ever and just fucking gets there sometimes. Will Rory and P. Rogers show their loser selves tomorrow? I think one of them will. One of them will play well. That'd be my guess, but I don't know which one. I'll just fade both of them because I know a little secret that everybody else doesn't. They're fucking losers. All right, today's showdown, replenishing some of my losses and kicking the nuts. Does finishing position even matter tomorrow? Yes, it does, Sheldon. To say that it is the end-all be-all, I would not go there. But if you do not factor in position points into your roster composition and your roster construction, I think you're being very short-sighted. Love Siwoo tomorrow. Am I crazy? Nope. I think Siwoo, I honestly, if you made me pick, I feel like Siwoo wins this tournament. I really do. I feel like that motherfucker is going to go win. He's just been lingering, and, I don't love that his approach wasn't great today, but he's just Siwoo. When Siwoo's in contention, he just wins at a much higher rate. All right. Mach Levin always near the top. Well, if you only knew. If you only knew. No comment. All right. What's up, Delbs? How important are finishing points tomorrow? I've answered this like 7 times. Let's see. Crazy today. This tournament just turned up its head. Man, this has been a fun tournament. I love tournaments like this where so many guys can compete. What a great course. What a great course. Patrick Rogers win tomorrow? Nope. What's the opposite of mushing? The reverse mush, made famous by me in the mushroom. Proven winners. Windy C, guy up top tomorrow. I like Windy C. Dude, he almost had a great round today. Like he's hitting some shots out there. Windy C's in a perfect stalking position. If I could bet in my state, I'd probably bet him and Siwoo to win tomorrow. How many -1 guys or players are too many for your pool? I mean, it depends on how big your pool is, but I think you could have tons of those guys. If you're talking about in a single lineup, I think you could probably have upwards of 4 guys in that range right there. I think that's the perfect stalking range. Matter of fact, that'd be a really good roster composition. Is just take a bunch of stalkers right here and hope you get all the ones that move up, right? Yeah, you didn't know Luke Donald was a stalker, did you? Yeah, face charges. Very sad. That's a joke. Calm down. No defamation. All right, we're up to 84 likes. Don't forget to drop a like, 124 of you that are still here. Thoughts on Sam Burns tomorrow? Yeah, I'm warm. He really was playing on that front 9 and then just kind of slowed down in the afternoon. But I will say this, when the conditions were good, he got it. When they weren't so good, he didn't get it. And I think he's mainly going to be out there in the tough conditions tomorrow, so that makes me a little reluctant to go back to him, right? I'd like to see some guys who did well in the poor conditions. Do you like Straka? I always like Straka when a course is tough, right? Like if you made me play a cheap option up top, it would probably be Septim and Straka. All right. Does Rory win by 3 or 4 tomorrow? Asked Wednesday night, but nobody answered. He will win by 3 or 4. I don't know. He's not going to win. He will win. You should play him. Everybody should play Rory. Go all in on Rory. He's the nuts tomorrow. All right. Is there any way I could go back to Tigala tomorrow? I think you only want to do that in big fields, man. I think anything less than like 5,000 in that field just doesn't really warrant the risk that you're taking. So many names within 3 strokes. Who wins? I'll just stick with Siwoo. I think Siwoo wins. What is the Fantasy Golf World Championship? Yeah, so you got to win these tickets into it, Universe. And there's 300 tickets. If you get there, they play down to the top 40. There's 2 play down weeks. The top 40 then go to the live final at the 3M in Minneapolis. And you compete for $1 million, right? And I made it back in 2021. I did not make it last year. I have a couple tickets this year, still trying to get some more and trying to make the live final again, right? It's not easy. It's basically just all of the biggest players in the industry because those tickets are fucking expensive to get. All right, is there a way one can boat race the field starting at -3 or better tomorrow? I don't think anybody boat races, Steven. I think the winning score is going to be something like probably -8, right? And I ain't going to boat race anybody. I wish everyone the best of luck tomorrow. You do or you do? Okay, because you put question marks. Scheffler and Rahm paired up tomorrow. Are they really? That could be a group right there. That could be a group. You would start a lineup Scheffler, Rahm. Hope they fucking duel and they both shoot like -5 bogey-free rounds tomorrow. That'd be awesome. That's a narrative. Brett, you know I love a good narrative. What are your thoughts on Stevens tomorrow? Let me go look at old Stevens. I didn't even look him up. Let's see, Mr. Stevens, where are you at? Let's go to Stevens. Let's look him up. Sam, he was pretty mad today, right? It was pretty meh. So I no hot takes, brother. Hey, no problem, Laker. Thanks for being here. Can't stop dancing. It's the banjos. Don't be late next time. XXL. After I eat dinner, I'm going to need a XXL shirt. What score is leading in the Millie Maker right now? No idea, Randazzo. I don't play in that piece of shit. And there is no Millie Maker this week. I believe you mean the main lottery. Took McLovin's lunch money yesterday and today. Doesn't surprise me. Rainmaker is also a kick in the nuts, right? Because I have a line for Siwoo, Hovland, Denny, and Rory. So Lipsky for the win. That could happen. But you know what? If you're gonna put negative thoughts out there, Eric, you're gonna get negative results. I knew that Wyndham C was gonna make that birdie on 17, and that's why I won the 10,000. Oh fuck, he missed it. Anyways, the point still remains. Be positive. All right. Thank you for pronouncing my name correctly. You're welcome, Stefan. All right, guys. I think that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Don't forget, dude. Hey, guy right there that's still watching this freaking 39 minutes in. Just go check it out. I promise you won't regret it. It's different than anything. 97% renewal rates. All you need to know. Something about it keeps the people coming back. It's something different. Doing it very, very different than anybody else in the community. I hope you guys continue to have all those incredible screenshots. Please share them with me. It's not. I love to celebrate you guys hitting way more than I love to celebrate me hitting. I just do it to show you examples that I'm not a fucking chump like all these other people that talk about DFS and then don't even play it. With all that said, I think I've got to run. I can smell dinner and the big guy's hungry. It's been real. I'll see you Wednesday for the live stream, you motherfather.